Welcome back to my channel, Famous and Fabulous.
Tom Selleck, the most renowned actor renowned for his part in Magnum PI, formerly well known, at 80 years old, his life has taken some surprising turns. Following addressing monetary concerns and individual hardships, Selleck has had to make some unexpected decisions that have startled his admirers. How is this iconic then? Is the actor in charge of everything? Let's have examining Selleck's journey in greater detail following his fluctuations in finances. Selleck Tom was born on January in Detroit, Michigan, 29th, 1945. He was from a humble background, startled by a mother who was amateur and a father who was employed as a developer of real estate. He was raised with his younger sister and older brother, Robert Daniel, the youngest brother, and Martha. The majority of Selleck's ancestry was English with a German heritage. He was a descendant of Englishman David Selleck, immigrant who came to Massachusetts in 1633. This relationship suggests that Hayes, the 11th member of his family, North American-born, emphasizing a lengthy family history. In 1948, Tom Selleck made Sherman Oaks his new home, California, while he was with his family only 3 years old. He completed his instruction in 1962 at Grant High School. Following high school, Selleck went to La Stuyzen to reside at Angeles Valley Collegiate Home in order to save money. At 6'4" tall, Selleck had a strong interest in athletics. Later, he relocated to the University of Southern California, USC. Throughout each of his played for the USC in his junior year, the men's basketball team of the Trojans. Selleck excelled in baseball as well, making a contribution as a batter and pitcher for the baseball squad at USC. He was a proud participant of the fraternity of Sigma Chief and the Trojan Knights. While pursuing a business degree administration, Selleck was given guidance from a drama instructor to contemplate a profession when performing. This suggestion caused him to depart USC before completing his senior, joining the Beverly Hills and the Yara Playhouse. He honed his acting skills there. Abilities under Milton's Gideon Chukatsis. When he was in school, a draft notification was sent to Selleck for Vietnam. Instead, then waiting till he enlisted in the California National Guard of the Army. Between 1967 until 1973, he was a member of 1st Battalion, Company C 160th Infantry, and was promoted to his time spent in the National Guard played a vital role in his life and demonstrated his dedication to his nation. The early years and experiences of Tom Selleck greatly impacted him, shaping him into the concentrated, resolute, and he became a grounded person. His trip, which involved being raised in Michigan, seeking further study, residing in California, and participating in the National Guard, inculcated principles that persisted alleged him during his successful professions. However, how did Selleck accumulate his fortune? What challenges did he face? Come across while traveling? Selleck Tom started his ascent to stardom in the 1960s, while making a fleeting appearance on the dating 1965 game. His ambition was sparked by this humble beginning. To take center stage, he returned to the 1967 performance, which debuted chances for better opportunity. Soon, later, he started to show up in commercials, such as those for Pepsi Cola, the company that introduced his prominence in the entertainment industry. When Selleck first started his profession, he took in supporting parts in movies such as My Racoma, The 7 Minutes, and Breenage. Even if these roles weren't lead, they gave him necessary expertise in the film business. His innate charm and attractive appearance swiftly attracted the notice of advertisers, which made him the spokesman for companies such as Salem Revlons, Chaz, Cologne, Cigarettes, Angard, Deodorant by Reiki. In 1972, he even appeared with Farrah in a commercial Dubonnet faucet. These commercials helped him gain more recognition. Prior to his complete acceptance of his love for performing, the passion of Tom Selleck he immediately discovered farming and nature, playing the part of cowboys in Western movies. His first noteworthy contribution was to Thine, 1979. He portrayed Oren in SACKETS. SACKE was a frontier lawman. Performing alongside Sam Elliott and other Western tales made him more famous as a prominent performer. In 19, he additionally appeared in Concrete Cowboys with Jerry Reed. Western movies turned into a significant part of his work with standout performances in The Shadow Riders 1982 and Saber's Last Stand River 1997, the latter bringing him acknowledgement with a Western The Heritage Award. Selleck became well known for Thomas Magnum's portrayal in the television show Magnum PI, which premiered in 1980. Before this, he tried out 4-6 pilots were never able to take to the skies. Portraying Navy SEAL Magnum, who turns into a private detective, was Selleck's desire came true. This position made him a worldwide celebrity, and gained recognition for his portrayal of Magnum. When Magnum PI first began, Tom Selleck had to make a difficult choice. He possessed an opportunity to portray Indiana Jones in the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Nevertheless, because of his Magnum, he was forced to say no. The proposal. This decision might have profoundly altered his career, but he never felt bad about it. Selleck said he had promised to Magna and was satisfied with his decision. He was unwilling to give up his ideals or family values for notoriety. Thinking that was the proper course of action, Magnum, played by Tom Selleck, affable and astute investigator was vital to his performing profession. Magnum gained notoriety for sporting a mustache, casual Hawaiian attire, as well as operating a Ferrari in red. The TV show was broadcast for a total of 163 seasons, and 8 seasons saw appearances between 1980 and 1988, preserving popularity for many years in reruns. When Magnum was alive, Tom Selleck also made appearances in a number of movies. He starred in Three Men and a Woman in 1987. Baby, which had a noteworthy box office performance at Endem. Additionally, he took on responsibilities that weren't his typical type, like a police investigator who is afraid of heights, as well as a surrogate father in Runaway, 1908 for Her Alibi, 1989. These positions demonstrate his range as a performer. Selleck's popularity on TV and movies caught the interest of politicians. Thus, he was selected to present Nancy Reagan at the 1984's Republican National Convention, which improved his reputation. In the 1990s, Selleck was given the top role in Baywatch, but was turned down due to he didn't want to be known, only because for the way he looked. The section that finally David Hasselhoff was visited. However, Selleck's career kept getting better, because, to his aptitude, adaptability, and repute as a committed and personable actor. Tom Selleck, A Life Out of the Spotlight, between 1971 and 1982. Model Jacqueline was married to Tom C. Ehrlich. Ray. It was during this time that he adopted her. Kevin Shepard, born in 1966, is his son. Kevin joined the band as their drummer. Tonic and American rock band shared a strong connection with Selleck. Following his initial after their marriage collapsed, Selleck met Jill in Britain, Joan Mack, and they tied the knot on the 7th of August 1987. They possessed a Hannah. The daughter was born on December 16, 1988. Tom Selleck adheres to the Episcopalian religion, recalled getting guidance from his Bridget Mohang on how to make the sign of the cross appropriately. This knowledge was crucial to his depiction of Catholic Frank Regan character from the Blue Bloods television series. His convictions and partnerships with his fellow actors have influenced his parts, combining his faith with the characters he personally depicts on screen. The family Selleck relocated to Westlake, Thousand Oaks, California, village where they created a ranch with 60 acres of avocados in the Hidden Valley. This property, once possessed by Dean Martin, has developed into an insignificant aspect of Selleck's existence. In an interview from 2012, Selleck shared his passion for nature and his active involvement in ranch-related activities. Has stated that he likes to take on things, such brush removal and road repair, go to the gym on his ranch. Selleck finding the hard labor outside to be somewhat more satisfying than the monotonous riding a bike on a stationary bicycle. He made the amusing observation that it was more cost-effective to hire services for these positions. Emphasizing his practical nature, in spite of his powerful dedication to his work, Selleck's personal decisions demonstrated that he was of contemporary technology. He avoiding text messages, emails and messages, deciding to retain simplifying and minimizing digital emissions. This laid-back lifestyle linked with his enthusiasm for sports, particularly ice hockey and volleyball. Selleck enjoyed playing both indoors and outside, as well as beach volleyball, especially as Antha outrigger canoes outside Hitter Honolulu Club. Kevin, his son, was also a team member and subsequently turned into a USC volleyball player that was named an All-American in 1990. Dennis Berg, a teammate, gave him appreciation as a fantastic colleague who valued being a member of a gifted team. Even due of his hectic schedule throughout the filming, Selleck, Magnum PI, gave it his best while methods and was committed to both his family and his volleyball squad. His dedication was recognized by his teammates to his loved ones and passions. In addition to playing volleyball, Selleck had a considerable affection for ice hockey. He regularly went to see the Los Angeles Kings games to support athletes like Ann Kopitar and Frollo of Alexander. He was an enthusiastic baseball fan, the Detroit Tigers in particular, to the stage of acquiring a stake in Thegru. Selleck loved baseball, and he was obvious when he hit a homer in 1986. While working out with the Tigers. In order to get ready for Mr. Baseball, Selleck collaborated with the group throughout 1991 spring training. His efforts were rewarded. When he got the opportunity to take part in a game of exhibition, the Cincinnati Reds, although after a couple foul balls, he struck out. Regardless of how well he did in Selleck, thought that his game, the Tigers' experience, enhanced his understanding of the sport and provided insightful observations about his personality. During his career, Selleck was given acknowledgement from his colleagues for his commitment and kindness. Larry Manetti, who co-starred with him in Magnum, praised Selleck for his powerful labor ethic. Manetti was mindful of Selleck's dedication to the program, particularly amid difficult schedules in the intense heat of Hawaii, made donations to Hawaiian nonprofits, displaying his empathy and helpfulness. Off Camorra, Selleck kept taking care of his workers and actors, always making sure everyone was okay handled. Tom Selleck went above and beyond, taking action to assist veterans by taking part in fundraising initiatives, Fourth Veterans Memorial Fund for Vietnam in 2009. He assisted in raising awareness of a new educational facility is being built in Washington, D.C., and his commitment to veterans demonstrates his genuine care for those who serve the nation, providing additional nuance to his public persona. Selleck also experienced the anguish of losing close companions, such as James Garner did in 2014. He spoke a lot regarding Garner, remembering him as Athi helped and encouraged him. A pair of years following Garner's passing, Selleck stated that he didn't consider Garner in the typical manner as a mentor, but he recognized that their relationship was important. He acknowledged that emotion Garner's influence was flattering even if it meant feeling under pressure to fulfill his anticipations. Their partnership and evidently long-lasting impact on Selleck in his professional and personal life. Tom Selleck has a reputation for being a loyal family man in his private life as well as. Additionally, he is a larger sports enthusiast who feels that supertinkuses that hold significance for him. His change from a well-known actor to a well-respected participant in various neighborhoods demonstrate that there is more to him beyond his well-known parts. Selleck has established a life based on basic pleasures and meaningful relationships, perhaps because of his affection for athletics, his work on the ranch, or his powerful commitment to his family. Although many think Selleck's fortune derives only from this, isn't true from acting. He has an additional unexpected source of income, the unexpected turn in Tom Selleck's legendary career. The career of Tom Selleck includes been rich in experiences and diverse. He gained recognition for his function as a Magnum PI's private investigator and stars as a police commissioner at the moment. Inside Blue Bloods, Selleck's voyage in there have been many surprises in Hollywood and modifications. In addition to his accomplishments, he has also encountered challenges and created a few surprising choices. In 1990, Tom Selleck played the lead in the Western in Australia, the Quigley Down Under movie. He thinks Sodot is among his finest parts. Though the film wasn't very popular, it permitted Selleck to demonstrate his acting skills. Beyond his well-known detective personas, throughout the 1990s, Tom Selleck increased his career by appearing in several movies such as Three Men and A Little Christopher Columbus, Lady the Meister, Baseball, and Discovery. His character's representation in and out signified a dramatic change in his performance options, enabling him to investigating roles. Selleck's comeback to Richard Burke on Friends returned him to the spotlight. His performance as the elder of Monica Geller's boyfriend was commended in critic. In spite of the conflicting responses, he was nominated for an Emmy for his work, demonstrating his skill in both television and movies. Additionally, he had an appearance in the Crossfire Trail TNT film from 2001 and the Monty Walsh movie from 2003. These performances, in addition to his function as in Ike, General Dwight D. Eisenhower the D-Day Countdown, proved Selleck was still quite noticeable on screen. The 2000s saw Selleck make unnotable television return. He played Jesse Stone in a number of television motion pictures inspired by Robert B. Parker's books, which significant lapidity, eventually the series to incorporate 9 films, including Selleck as acting as well as generating duties. During the 2010s, he turned renowned for playing Frank Reagan on the Blue Bloods television program, where he portrays the New York Police Commissioner York City. His depiction of a challenging, family-oriented trait struck a chord with few, with a 2010 premiere Blue Bloods developed into a popular series on CBS, maintaining Selleck's visibility for more than 10 years. By 2024, according to Frank Reagan, as it begins its final season, becoming a popular with fans, and in Selleck's remarkable television career. Selleck's net worth as of 2025 is valued at $25 million, which reflects his long-term Hollywood success. Despite his prominence, he prefers a modest life to nature, emphasizing individual. When Tom Selleck was in 1988, when he was most famous from Magnum PI, he bought a sizable ranch in Ventura, California County. Formerly owned by this property, Dean Martin, was more than only a home. The retreat was serene. The ranch has a colonial, Spanish-style house, a helper, stables, and a tennis court, a swimming pool, and avocado farms. Selleck is committed to taking good care of his land and finds solace in its upkeep. Selleck has a profound association with Hawaii. While filming Magnum PI, who occupied a modest home island, recognized the island's easygoing way of life. Even if he no longer owns real estate there, and he treasures theme memories, Selleck's fortune is derived from both acting and wise. He mostly concentrates on actual estate, favoring stability over luxury. In contrast to many celebrities, he aims to strike a balance between a prosperous career a modest private life. His decisions suppressed his principles, being sincere, putting forth a lot of effort and chasing tranquility from the limelight. In spite of his immense riches throughout time, there are indications that he might be having There are several rumors as to why he keeps up its steady effort instead of retire, particularly in light of his achievements. One explanation might be his dedication to keeping up a particular way of life. The focal point of his life is his expansive 63 Ventura County's acre ranch, California, that he bought in the 1980s when he was a Magnum PI star getaway from Hollywood. The ranch where its rough hills, an avocado plantation similes, his wish for tranquility and pride. But these characteristics also have substantial financial costs, obligations, needing significant resources for maintaining the property productive and livable in the face of severe weather circumstances. Some people might think that a person with Selleck's level of wealth may retire with ease, although he has publicly voiced concern over that choice. During an interview with CBS Sunday in the Morning, he expressed concerns regarding selling his ranch in order to pursue new acting. No opportunities. Selleck, considering his past, he acknowledged that he was once a little entitled, missing perspective in spite of his excellent look. This comment emphasizes the disparity between his public image and his personal life. His circumspect approach to wealth and notoriety has caused him to reject a number of enticing positions that might have given him even more erects. He notoriously declined the part of Indiana Jones, which eventually became famous, marking a significant shift for Ford. Harrison. Additionally, he was enthroned to portray Star Wars Han Solo, although these choices are based on personal convictions, probably had a multi-trippers. Selleck was sued in 2015 for purportedly stealing water from an open hydrant to use in a different district at his ranch. Although the lawsuit was ultimately agreed to pay $21,000, people began to question why someone might wealthy and powerful people turn to such drastic water-related measures. Was it a frantic effort to save his orchards, or did it allude to more serious financial? Selleck's silence regarding these subjects stand out. He scarcely discusses rumors without flaunting his riches and maintains a quiet profile. He doesn't flaunt themselves like other famous people who lost everything they owned or went bankrupt cash. Selleck has more nuanced problems. He must continue to work and reside on a costly location, seemed uncertain, arbitrated, and has a legal battle going on disagreement over water consumption. These indicators simply that Selleck may not be as financially stable as it appears. But it's too soon to declare that he isn't the verge of losing everything. There's no too ambiguous evidence that he lacks funds or mismanaging his money. However, the actor who played characters that appear calm and self-assured must put his personal struggles behind the. Despite the fact that his finances might not be well known, his supporters will likely always be in awe of the manner he accepts these adjustments with poise. As the conclusion of Blue Bloods, there is still a crucial question: is the man once had it all, battling to maintain his most important ideals?